To check your levels with the starting screen soon.
Yeah, I can't
Well,
do
what's
that,
up going on, everyone? No? Okay.
Well, we're all set. It's Nim that's not. I don't know about.
It's all good.
Still won't know about that until later.
It's all good. We can change that on the fly. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Strahd. Creepy Friday, Freaky Friday. And what a heck of a week. That's all I want to tell you. It's been crazy. It's been really, really crazy. So we got today, of course, Tarnak Bully. Nim's calling in, so she might be muted most of the time. And Talk is not here tonight. And Zephyr sounds like she's got a clothespin on her nose, so we're going to try to keep her from talking too much. We don't want her to blow her voice out, so.
I tried
even
to
though it
take
does make
off. I tried to take it off, I swear.
Yeah. Even though it's a great voice acting job for Zephyr, I think. That's my opinion, but you know. Maybe not. Hey, Old Dominion, how we doing? It's Strahd Friday. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's been a crazy week, though. I apologize for missing Wednesday and the kind of an improvised stream that the guys put together. I hope you all enjoyed that. I heard something about an owl bear tavern. That sounds interesting. So.
Oh, it's a lodge. It's like a moose lodge, but about the owlbears, and they have like a owlbear ooh-ha-ha type.
Oh, to me, thank you for the gift to the sub to Fortis, our very own illustrious Sophia.
Sure.
Yay! Thank you for the sub, man, dude. Good support for us. Good looking out. And I hope you're doing well. And I've seen some of the stuff you got coming up. I think actually you showed it yesterday, so the overlays look really, really good. And yeah, awesome to be part of the community, man. Spread the love of D&D. The D&D loves.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. So just a reminder, we're going to try to get a couple sessions in next week, at least my sessions. Work is increasing. I'm about to go into a plant outage, so we're going to try to get him in next week because the following week I will not, because I'll be working to daybreak type thing. And once we get through that, then I'm pretty good until the holiday. So we'll get out of this problem area. Now that's all. It's up in the air depending on if the plant comes up all right, but I don't see it really impacting too much from that. But my schedule stuff is in the first 3 days of the week, so we won't be playing on the last week of September, the week of the 27th. I don't have the dates in front of me, but we won't be playing at least my 2 sessions, Curse Strahd and the IMAX Tale on that week. I believe the guys got something planned, or at least talking about doing some things.
It's the 27th through the 1st.
Right.
Well, I'm probably going to be down to doing more water deep, so we could do that, or we can do one-shots again.
I like watching Ed do the one-shots. That's pretty cool. See if we can come up with some of that. Or we can do the water deep. So yeah, that'll be the 29th and the 1st. Unfortunately, I'll be working. There will be no on there, so.
And my presence that week may or may not happen. We'll see what happens.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, so you got some real life stuff going on in this last week of September. It's really playing havoc with our schedules, but we are determined. But that being said, I've made a post in our Discord conversation that this group has really been going on, and it's from Wednesday sessions to this session as well as Thursday sessions. Almost going on 2 years now. We're about over a year and a half. So to keep that same people rocking and still having fun is as much applause to you guys. And
yes,
so
it's really good. We've been able to play multiple campaigns over the last year and a bunch.
Yeah, that was true. And Ed there with the natural 20. But yeah, it's you guys are some of the best players I had played with in a long time. So I much oblige and thank you. So
I'll go total Phoebe on you and say, yeah, I know I am.
And I'd like to remind you that DM Day, Game Master Day, is coming up quick. I do like coffee. I'm more cake than pie.
No cheesecake. Don't give him cheesecake.
No cheesecake. That created an incident that we won't talk about.
I'm gonna give him cheesecake, and I'm gonna say from Corky.
It's like a bitter divide between the two of us. It's almost ruined our friendship.
It did. It was It was a big rage quit that almost happened, and it got really nasty and things. We won't relive that.
Okay.
And then,
Hello.
hello, Nim.
I love cheesecake. You had to say cheesecake.
At least somebody at that house has some sense.
Yeah, we kept that secret in our marriage for a long time.
He doesn't like cheesecake.
No. Nope. Can't do it.
I love it.
Can't do it. But I did see something today that I posted that I thought was awesome, and I will take a day trip to go find a place that makes it. Is a cinnamon roll pancake. What?
It sounds delicious. It looked delicious.
I drive a cheesecake down to him, Corey. Though I won't mind to visit, you can keep the cheesecake in the truck.
Do it, Ed. Do it.
Cinnamon roll pancakes. Changing the cheesecake subject.
Oh, that's how we could do it. We could put the cheesecake inside the cinnamon roll pancakes and trick him.
But one's cold, one's hot. Can't do it. Impossible. What does that mean? That get out of here. Just go. Out. Oh man. All right, guys. I think it's been going on long enough. We're about half an hour past the hour. We're a little late, and we'll see how we go with the crew. And trust me, Talk will not die yet, and we'll see how it goes towards the end of the session. But things happen. Back on the road. All right, but drive safe.
Drive safely for sure.
And you don't have that command because you didn't set the command up. But we appreciate the alert.
We do
always.
have alert.
Hey.
We're supposed to have alert. It says that you rolled something out of stealth.
Maybe the command's not working.
Possible.
Oh. All right, we'll get into our recap, and I will take do the best job I can as being the scribe here to save Courtney's voice.
Thank you.
As we get into what happened in our last session, which was session 23, but as remember, we got done with the kind of a bandit kind of jumped out and attacked you as a random encounter. But as you finish that up and you approach the tower, you find a wagon outside that looks more like a Vistani wagon, more than Van Richten's. Upon closer inspection, it appears to have fresh paint job and then a sign on the back padlocked door that says "Keep Out," and several sets of wolf prints all around the camp area or the wagon area and the tower. Nim notices a trap door on the underside of the wagon, and as she opens it, Tarnak pokes his head up inside and doesn't see anyone. Upon finding out that it is clear, Nim wedges herself into the opening with Tarnak, and looking around, they see several interesting artifacts, including a chest covered with scratches. Oh, wasn't a commenter. Including a chest covered in scratches. Nim opens it and finds some weapons, and finds herself tempted to take things when she notices a parchment. Upon reading it, they learn a woeful story of Van Richten, which is a very long story. It was very interesting to watch or read. And his son, Emerus, who was taken by some Vistani after a member of the tribe died in his care because Van Richten was drunk at the time. In a desperate attempt to retrieve his son, he carelessly rode his horse into the night and was attacked by a roaming horde of zombies. This got his attention of a lich, who placed a ward of undead on him for reasons Van Richten does not understand. He then found Bastani and threatened him with his new entourage of undead unless they returned his son. Bastani confessed that they had already sold the boy to the vampire Baron Matus. Angry, Van Richten released the zombies onto the tribe and killed them all. In a cruel twist of fate, the leader, with her dying breath, cursed him. Live you always among the monsters, and see everyone you love die beneath their claws. He eventually found his son as a vampire. He begged his father, in the end, to end the curse, which Van Richten sorrowfully did. He admits that the vengeance is now his only motivation. Revenge. So Tarnock deduces between the mention of the curse and all the wolf prints around the wagon, which appeared to be some human, some wolf, that Van Richten may have been a werewolf. Tarnock grabs 2 scrolls that he sees off a shelf and places them in his bag before following them out the wagon. Those 2 scrolls are a major image and remove curse. Meeting up with Tak and Zephyr, he tells them what he thinks is going on, but Zephyr tells him that the only way to become a werewolf is to be bitten. With Stani curse on him will cause the people around him to be cursed and be killed by the beast. So it was more likely that it was a Stani curse from their elder witch, if you will, more so than a werewolf. Approaching the tower, they see a door with no handle. Only a circle in the middle of the door with a set of symbols with a series of lines and the word Kazan. Tak notices that the figures look like stick figures, and maybe makes these positions with your body. Tarnock does. He does the electric slide and the hokey pokey, and the door swings open. The most notable feature is an indentation on the floor inside the tower. The most notable feature is the indentation on the floor with 4 pulleys next to the 4 statues. When Tarnock walks in, the statues come to life, using the pulleys to bring down an elevator. Tarnock, Tak, and Zephyr get onto the elevator. And then decides, though, to climb up the ramp on the outside of the tower, which takes her to a hole on the side of the wall on the 3rd floor. And she attempts to use the spell, but nothing happens at all. Confused, she goes back down to join everyone else. As she explains what she saw on the 3rd floor, the elevator moves up, leaving her behind, with the mentioning of the 3rd floor. She decides that now is the best time to go back and pilfer through the wagon, stealing nearly everything she can find. The elevator stops on the 3rd floor, just as Nim described. The elevator stops on the 3rd floor, and just as Nim described it, noticing a floor above them, Tak says perhaps there's something on the 4th floor. The elevator moves up, and unlike the rest of the tower, this area seems to be uninhabited. Unlike the rest of the area, this place seems to be more habitable, including a bed, a desk, and a stove. They quickly become aware that they're not the first person to search this room, as they find things scattered about, a little out of order, things of that nature. And they find burnt remains of papers in the stove. And inside the chest, the severed head of a man. Tark then notices a set of armor that, just like the door, bears the name Kazan. He asks Tak if he knows anything about that. Just then, the armor animates and stands at attention by the mentioning of the word Kazan. Tarnock says move forward, and it does. The armor takes a couple of steps forward, and he commands it to get on the lift. Outside, Nim hears a wagon coming and hides, warning the others that something is coming. Tak sees a red-roofed wagon and recognizes that as Van Richten's. Indeed, he gets out and enters the tower, meeting Tak, Tarnock, and Zephyr on the bottom floor. They learn from Van Richten that the wagon belongs to his former apprentice. He learned from Van Richten that the other wagon belongs to his former apprentice, Esmeralda, who is missing. Also, the entire tower has an anti-magic field because of Kazan used to be Strahd's expert of magical matters. Van Richten escorts them all back up to the 4th floor, and they learn a little bit more about Strahd, Barovia, Esmeralda, and Van Richten himself. He provides them with some maps of Ravenloft Castle, and they ask him about the gems at the Wizard of Wine. He tells them of the mysterious third one that was corrupted by Strahd and became what's called the glass heart of Strahd that rests within Ravenloft. That it must be destroyed as Strahd cannot be injured while it exists. Worse, things than Strahd exist in this realm, and they reside in the Amber Temple. Talk asked about the abbot. Van Richten tells him that he is a diva, attempting to bring some light back to Barovia. He is under a false assumption that making Strahd a bride will resolve anything, hence the wedding dress. He offers to let them stay there for one night. That's where we pick up for this season, this this session. Back at the tower. Stay for the night with the long rest. And of course, it's always in Barovia. It is raining. Lightning.
Right. What else is new?
It is Barovia.
It is Barovia. When in Barovia, you must reign.
Of course. But that's where we begin this session again. You just got done with the whole meeting of Van Richten the night before. You stay for the night. Van Richten is there in the tower with you, presumably on his notes and his journals. By the desk, as you guys, I think you slept around the floor area. So that was we wake up in the morn.
Zipper. Do you want to talk to him before we go anywhere?
No, I think you guys asked pretty much everything I was gonna ask.
Okay. I am not the one who should be in charge of where we go. I'm never the one who should be in charge.
Well, I mean, we could stay and help Van Richten find Esmeralda. Or we can start making our way to Berez and preparing for what is there.
That's true. We could do that.
I believe that's Talk wanted was mentioning or suggesting to go from the night before.
Yes, quite possibly.
Damp weather affects Talk's voice for tonight.
Oh.
Is that where you guys want to go? I think you have several things presented in front of you.
I guess I'll ask
I
Van
remember
Richten, what would be the best way to defeat Baba Lasaga?
Oh.
And what does she do? Do you know of any weaknesses? Do you know where she is in Berez?
He lays back and strokes his beard. His sideburns. Doubles.
At this point, me and Nim would go down and go raid the cart, leaving Tak and Zephyr here to distract. So
Okay.
We can do that in a bit.
Okay. You guys start
Okay.
packing your stuff up. You tell us if you're gonna meet him downstairs. Is Rigdon leaves. What is Lasaga? Well, no one really knows her weaknesses per se. She's known to be very powerful within Mother's Knight's power. Be very careful with this one. I can tell you is that she is a shapeshifter. Where she resides in Berez, she likes to hang around her hut.
Do you know where that is, or is it obvious?
It's obvious. It's an old hollow-out tree, and it's in the center of Berez. Can't miss it.
Would there be any tools or things that you would recommend we take?
No tools. Just your weapons.
Is she weak to? Do you know if she's weak to holy water, or silver ammunition or weapons?
Dead.
What was that?
So, oh no, she's not undead. She's more of a witch doctor or a shapeshifter, but she's not undead. That would have no effect on her.
Do I notice when Tarnok and Nim leave?
Oh yeah, you would know. The elevator had to go down.
I'll make some comment about how I find those two very conspicuous.
Not trusting your friends, I see.
I wouldn't call them friends so much as traveling companions.
Jeez.
So I would assume you did not know each other previously to Barovia.
No.
Yes. Well, the little one does seem to be a little sticky-fingered, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I do.
Sure, Esmeralda will enjoy seeing her empty carriage when she gets back.
It will be interesting since she is Vistani. Maybe she will lay upon them her own Vistani curse.
Oh, that's totally possible. But first, I must find her.
What are you doing?
Just make a casual conversation.
Oh, okay. And I'll just okay. You got.
You're not.
fine.
You don't know. You don't know.
Oh, we'll see that with that.
You're not there. Don't metagame it.
Okay. All right. Fine. Just fine. Fine.
Speaking as Esmeralda, I have to find her. I believe I have some notes here, possibly where she would have been. This abbot you speak of is trying to bring Strahd a bride, which I'm gonna assume with the success of finding this dress, that he's probably almost ready to call upon Strahd. So I probably would have guessed that she probably would have heard that. Maybe she made her way there. I'll be heading to Gresk. Feel free to use my tower as you see fit. My casa, su casa. And he calls for the elevator. Elevator comes up. He looks at Zephyr as he steps on. You need a way down.
Yeah, she'll join him. She'll collect her stuff and join him.
Upon that, he says, first floor. And the elevator goes down. And you guys are now on the first floor. Do a little bit of theater of mind here, so I want to keep out some characters from the maps. But I believe you guys are heading to Berez.
Yep.
Al, I believe you had their horses, so. Okay. Then you guys are going to start making your way to Berez. You have your horses. You
How
got
long of a ride is it to Berez?
Well, let's measure it out. Because you did get some maps from. You get a more detailed map of Barovia. Don't forget to look at that bully. By the way, I changed the maps here on the stream.
Yep.
That showed you different locations more so than your previous map did that Belfier had in his pocket when he was taken. So you are rounded up, depending on your way. So you're about, we're roughly saying 10 miles out. Moving on your horses, you'll probably get there within a few hours to the south. But it is a rough patch. It's passage up there. You're on a steep side of the mountain, or the mountain there. Of terrain. So we'll probably say from this point on, it'll probably be taking to at least from lunch to afternoon to get there.
Okay.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we weren't gonna like hit nightfall on our way there.
No, you should be good from that point of view.
What was Q on the map? Was that the dragon, the old dragon temple?
Yeah, that's called Argen's Vostholt. That word right there.
Okay.
You do know it as, so from the map, the Order of the Silver Dragon, though you do not know what that means.
And then what is X?
X
They're down
was...
next to Luna Lake.
I don't blame you for putting that name in chat.
Yeah.
It's like a very Skyrim word.
Ah, that's a good point. Very Nordic. Like, yeah. X is called the Amber Temple.
Oh, the Amber Temple. Okay. Thank you.
The wonderful Amber Temple.
That's where Crom went, if he's still alive.
That's where Crom went.
All right. Does anything happen on our way to Berez?
About to roll to find out.
Oh no.
Yay! I want to fight ghosts. Not really.
Is it a breath weapon?
Is it a breath weapon? It's a
Is it
dragon.
breath?
Ancient white dragon.
What? What's it?
Are you saying what because I called it?
No.
Our answer is run. We're gonna hide and run. Run and hide.
Are you taking the south route, or are you taking the northern eastern route? If that makes sense. So as you come out of the tower, into the roadway. You have that path that leads to the left, and you have the path that leads to the right, that wraps back into Old Salvic Road.
Is the one that's north like well traveled, or is it rougher, more overgrown?
The rougher part of the trail is more longer than making the right trail back to the main road.
Okay, we would.
Some would argue, yeah.
I would assume we would take the easier to travel trail.
10-4. So as you make your right and you're walking down the old beat up trail, your perception, you see a leather bundle or pouch or more of a backpack laying in the shrubs to the left. Just caught Zephyr's and Nim's eye, the most perceptive ones of the group.
Well, Nim would instantly be on it. I'm not going to have any doubt. She would have been leaping off of her horse.
Sorry,
As she
caught that.
So as Nim sees it, she jumps off a horse, of course, and reaches up to the bundle and picks it up. And inside the little bundle, as she opens it, contains one set of common clothes size for a human adult. They have a drab Barovian style to them.
What was that?
They have a drab
Inside-
Barovian style.
Oh, a drab. Oh, I totally did not hear that. Sorry. My ears are a little plugged.
It's okay. The very drab Barovian style.
I think those fit you, Nim. You should wear those. Totally laced with sarcasm.
With the shrug, she throws her on her saddle, and you guys start heading off to the south. So no, beyond that, there is no other encounters as you make your way south through the forest. As you come up to Zephyr, as an example, Tak and Tornak, you come up to your intersection where you make a left or the right. In front of you is the old bridge, Luna River Bridge. Well, because of the map you have, you know which direction to take. You go ahead and turn your right. And just through the forest, just a little bit, it opens up to more rocky hills and things of that nature, and you can start seeing a steep of a mountaintop as you press on. And the trail hugs the river several miles, and the dirt and the grass soon turn into marsh as the trail dissolves into spongy earth, pockmarked with stands of tall reeds and pools of stagnant water. A thick shroud of fog covers all. Scattered throughout the marsh are old pheasant cottages. Their walls covered with black mildew, their roofs mostly caved in, and decrepit dwellings seem to hunker down in the mire, as though they have long since given up on escaping the thick mud. Everywhere you look, black clouds of flies dart about, hungry for blood. And the fog is much thinner on the far side of the river, where a light flashes amidst a dark ring of standing stones. And 1 second. Oop. Dropped you to the wrong map. Load for you?
Yeah, it did.
Well, check your map. You're on the north side.
Yep, that's okay.
It's so funny when Bully gets into painting, he just disappears from frame.
Yeah, he's completely
And I'm
out.
gone. Boom.
Boom. Gone he goes. Gone he is.
Better?
There he is. A little bit better, but
I
it is.
mean, it's looking at the top of my hat now, but that's okay.
It's a fantastic hat. Your little page boy's hat.
It's the
Fantastic.
It's the best hat. I've had this hat a long time.
Right.
All right.
Time is yours.
Oh, what are we
Yes.
doing?
Remember, a thick shroud of fog covers everywhere.
Everywhere. It's everywhere.
All you see is a light flash amidst the dark ring of standing stones.
Okay.
Where's that?
Pull up the obvious on the map. 1 second. I know the general vicinity, but it's not showing up on the map for me to point out. Let me read real quick.
You said like across the water, so is
yeah.
it like over here?
Yes, it's over here. I don't see it in the
Okay,
map
well-
side, but yes, it's here.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not drawn in. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So over there we see flashes of light. The fog is not as dense, but everywhere else it's very dense. So how far can we see in front of us?
You can see the clustered of houses. The old cottages are kind of sunk in the mud. So what you see on the map is what you see. The structures.
Okay.
Just an eerie, for an ambient feel, set the scene wise. Yes, there's a fog that covers everywhere. Not like the fog that surrounds Barovia where you can't pass through, but it's ghostly, if you will. That's the feeling you should be receiving.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna get off my horse. And I'm going to
Hey, Boost. Good to see you.
hey Boosted. I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
All right.
Okay. You gotta remind me what that one does.
Plus 10 to stealth
Plus-
rolls.
Yeah, with anybody who's within
30 feet.
30 feet? Yeah, 30 feet of me plus 10.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna sneak in, heading towards the flashy lights.
I guess I should specify that it's each creature I choose.
Oh, so
So you
you're just
can't
gonna
be
not
within it.
choose me? Got it.
No, just in case he was like, well, I was in your past that trace, so you
Oh,
could
okay. I got
detect our gnomes or something.
All right. As you're casting and you start moving forward a little bit, more south to the southwest, I guess, a little bit. First, this cluster of ruined cottages. Let me use that for just a little bit. You approach this cluster of ruined cottages separated by low stone walls. See short stretches of dirt road that has remained intact. Far in, you see towards the south end of the village lie the remains of a mansion built on higher ground. It has been reduced to piles, stone, and rotten timber. An empty, arched window stare at you. And south of the ruin, an untamed garden runs rampant, surrounded by broken walls that are no longer able to contain it. And east of the ruin, someone has erected a crude wooden fence forming a circular yard in which several goats are pinned. Surmounting the fence posts are human skulls.
Oh, fantastic. No tiefling skulls, though, right?
And no teeth and skulls. And in the middle, someone has built a ramshackled wooden hut on a stump of what was once an enormous tree. The rotting roots of the stump thrust up from the mire like the legs of a gigantic spider. An open doorway is visible on one side of the hut, beneath which floats the upside down, hollowed out skull of a giant. Flanking the hut's doorway are two iron cages that dangle like hideous ornaments from the eaves, and scores of ravens are trapped in each one. They squawk and flutter their wings excitedly as they see you approaching out of the fog.
The crows squawk, you said?
Yep, inside the cage.
And, there's a hut. And,
There's a hut.
what is our plan exactly?
There's your hut.
Oh.
Oh, she's got a walking house.
Right, yeah.
Out of Lasaga, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So, what exactly is our plan again?
Well, we need to find out where the stone is.
Probably in the hut.
Well, that's what we need to figure out.
Okay.
You
Want to be invited in?
Well, I mean,
be invited
I will
in,
say
or do you
that the
want to, like-
last time we saw a circle of stones with lightning, it had the tree beast in it that had the stone. Should we go over there?
Right. Yep. We could do that. A circle of stones. But maybe, what if the beast is that house? Do we see the house walking around?
Probably not, but it
Okay.
looks like it has spider-like legs.
Yeah, you don't know if it's walking around or not.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a meta.
Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Right now you see, that's okay. It's right now what you're seeing is it's a hollow out tree. The roots look like spider legs coming down into the ground, and it floats. And
okay.
underneath is a hollow out giant skull.
Just looks like it has legs. Got it. Well, let's head in and look at the circle of stones.
It'd be across the river. How bad is the river?
Oh yeah, how bad is the river?
That's moving not too bad. You can still you can cross. Yeah, it seems like it'd be deep enough. Let's just set these out first, because now you're starting to come in with the fog moving around and things of that nature. You start seeing figures that look like scarecrows throughout.
I learned from my experiences as Phoebe. Those aren't what they appear to be.
Yeah, probably not. Well, there's only one thing we can do. Let's head in. We could head
Where are
in
we
creepily.
going?
We're headed to the Circle of Stones, isn't that what you said you wanted to do?
Okay, so cross the river then? We can try that.
You want to come this direction as I draw it? Oop, I draw it on the wrong layer. As I do. Because I'm bad at my job. Oh, that's Boldy's statement, not mine.
Yeah, that's mine. I mean, you can borrow it. It's fine.
I can borrow it? Okay, I'll borrow it. I'm bad at my job. I can't get it. There we go. There we go. Is that where you want to come in?
Yeah, that looks fine.
Okay. Go ahead and move your tokens to at the end of my arrow. Where you see fit. Like kind of a marching order type thing.
Okay. Probably me and Tack up front.
Probably.
Moving.
Booster says, maybe I'll help the DM. Yes, yeah.
Oh my gosh! During a fight with a hag.
Hooray.
Thanks, Boosted.
No worries, man. It's cool.
Good. As you guys cross the river and start making your way down towards the standing stones, you see in front of you a dozen moss-covered menhirs form a near-perfect circle in the spongy earth. Weathered stones range in height from 15 to 18 feet. A couple of them lean inward as if to share some great secret with their inscrutable neighbors. A wary-looking pheasant woman lurks behind the tallest stone as you get closer.
A peasant woman?
Yes.
Rusty lantern clutched in one gnarled hand and a dagger clutched in the other.
I'm going to say something trite and say, who goes there?
Just a lonely peasant girl. Who are you?
A lonely peasant girl all the way out here.
Somebody who just claims to be a peasant girl? Just outright? Okay. Not sus at all. Gotcha. Let's see.
This is kind of a long ways away and a very dangerous area for a peasant girl.
Agreed. Who are you?
She's kind of clutching, got a dagger close. And she's kind of clutching, keeping her fist in. She's kind of peeking behind stones. Not many people come out this way either. Makes me curious about you.
We're here looking for something. What are you here for?
Finding the source of the attack on the winery.
Wait. That's like why
I
we're
mean, the
here.
Wizard of Wine?
You know the wizard of the wine?
Yeah, we just kicked the crap out of some really bad druids there a couple of days ago.
Yeah, that's almost the exact reason why we're here. Is this person... Do we know this person?
Haven't seen it before.
Are you familiar with the Martikov family?
Yes, you can say that.
You're being quite cryptic.
Know who you are?
We were sent to search for something here by the Martikov family.
You're here. Must be here for Lasaga. Lasaga.
Baba Lasaga is not our reason for being here, but what she possesses is.
Well, I don't know what she might possess, but for you, I'll stay away from her.
Yeah, that's the goal, actually. We would like to get what we need and get out of here, hopefully without even awakening her.
I would not go into the village proper, and she points across the river. Though it might have been abandoned long ago when the river rose. She's powerful hag. Ducks behind a stone by saying it out loud. It's in a hut in the middle of the village, and she points to the decrepit tree that you saw. Not in her hut, she flies around on a giant skull. I swear I seen it. She's got my goats over there.
She's gonna.
Swear she's gonna. Swear she eats them.
Well,
You know, from what I hear, I wouldn't doubt that.
not at all.
You can't even get close to the hut. Those scarecrows? Yeah, that's our early warning system. They surround it.
What else do you know about what she has over there?
I never really went in there. It's all I could see from my own eyes. Was to try her goat curry. Her enemy drinks healing potions. The goat curry.
Well,
Well, you seem inadequately armed for being in this area.
and
Do you have a wagon or a camp nearby?
No. No camp. No wagon.
you just came here on foot?
Say I traveled.
By magic?
No, not. I can't do that.
So you came here on foot. Horseback? Do you have a place that you're staying?
No. No place to stay. Not nearby, anyways. I come and go. I'm here to get my goats.
Well, where?
Well,
your
as I
goats
said,
are-
you seem inadequately armed.
Dagger's done me well, but I'm not picking fights with the like of her either.
Just the scarecrows?
Facing the wrath of Baba Lasaga. Not far enough away from those things.
But
But I
where are
need
your goats being
to
kept?
figure out how to. Well, inside. And that's where my dilemma lies.
Alright. So would you maybe pay us to get your goats?
Pay you? I got no money.
I think I'm gonna be eating some
Just,
goats.
I'm gonna elbow Tarnok and be like, why are you always in it for money?
Obviously.
Just bring you
What are doing in
as you.
You're just gonna help her get her goats back? What for? She can risk
No.
her life like the rest of us.
I wasn't interested in the goats. If what happens results in her getting her goats back, it does. If it results in us getting what we want and the goats are still there, that's fine with me as well. I'm not into this for the goats.
I'm not in it for the goats either, but if we could somehow, we're going in there anyway. If we were to go in there and get paid for it, that would be splendid.
Are we not going to get paid for these gems? I think they're quite valuable.
But we could get paid more.
How do you know about these gems? She says. And she's standing again against these stones. And these circles are 100 feet across as the stone creates a circle. And the mirrors are spaced apart at regular intervals, and the stones located to the north, west, and south, and east are taller than the other 8, which have weather-worn glyphs carved into them that you can now start seeing. Assuming we're kind of walking up when you were speaking to her. And the glyphs are representative of different animals. You can expect them from your distance, and carved into them are a bear, an elk, a hawk, a goat, an owl, a panther, a raven, and a wolf.
Okay.
I thought you had a little bit of druid in you, but that's Neela. Never mind.
No, well, I have a ranger with druid magic, so I am not a druid. I don't think technically.
What do I know?
Nothing.
All right, I know nothing.
They look like
Jon
rocks
Snow.
to you.
Jon Snow. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I painted some pretty badass NMN, I think, over here. Throwing that up there. Let's- My camera on.
All right, I tell you what. Zephyr, I can go with that with Rangers and Druid. So I'm gonna raise it up a little bit. So go ahead and give me. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a religion check.
Here, let me
I'll set this
see what it is.
DC. Good.
I was gonna see what it was. Yeah, druidic warrior. That's what she is.
Okay. Lower than. So I'll give this DC a 15.
Religion. She's not good at that, so. Oh, dirty 20. Ooh, ooh.
I'll take it. You haven't entered it yet, but you do know these might and core countered. You do sense that powerful gods might have once blessed this site. This was a kind of a druid's thing. And you can also sense that as you get closer, that it still holds some measure of power. One of its powers that you can automatically get from it is that within the circle, it's a protection circle, that you cannot be targeted by any divination magic or perceived through magical scrying sense spells.
Okay. It's Strahd can't read me here. Good.
Inside the circle.
It's
And I should mention, since you weren't here last week, the tower has an anti-magic shield around it too.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll walk into the circle.
Okay. And you feel the power of the protection.
Feel the power.
Feel the power. You feel other powers, but you can't discern. It escapes your limited druid knowledge. Or druidic knowledge.
Hi guys, I'm back.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
And I'm listening. As far as the symbols, does it have anything, would I be able to determine anything?
No.
Not with Arcana or anything like that. Eldritch or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Nah, this is more right up the alley of druidic religion.
Okay.
Well, I'm a paladin. Would I know by religion? I have a
No.
+3. Okay.
I mean, I could set a DC for you, but no. It's straight up, right up druid's alleys. So they'll
Okay. Well, I have no druid.
As Zephyr walks in, the peasant girl moves behind the stones, trying to keep it between you and her.
Oh, Nelly, that was a lot of paint. Sorry.
It's bully on 2 screens. It's bully on 2 screens.
Yeah, my in camera? I'm not in camera. There we go.
Yeah, using Ed's. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm using Ed's spot.
That's cool.
Well, talk. You changed.
Oh yeah. You're a bit of a skeleton now. He's a little undead. All right. Let's head in, I guess.
Be careful.
Well, yeah. What else? Do we have any other plans?
The peasant girl is still hiding behind a stone, peeking out.
Well, yeah, she's not gonna go help us.
Remember, the scarecrows are her early warning system.
All right, do you want to come help us or not?
I won't survive 2 minutes in there. 2 seconds. You're more equipped than I am.
Well, yeah. Probably. But, you know, if you're here for pretty much the same reason, you know, you're not gonna have a better shot than now.
I'll stay here where it's more safer and I can. But I'll watch and cheer
thanks.
you on.
Oh, you're the best.
So you are.
There's no sarcasm there. Got it. So what do you guys think? Do you think we should just head in?
Well, I mean, what path do you want to take? Do you want to like follow this little dirt road between these huts and try to sneak in the side? Or, because either way we go, I think we're going to have to try to hide from at least 2 of the scarecrow.
Yeah. Is there... I wonder how she knows if the scarecrows are in trouble or not. You know what I mean? Like, if the scarecrows got to yell out for her, or if
Have like a mental connection.
yeah, she's just like, oh, my scarecrows are in trouble. I'm really at a disadvantage for stealthing, no matter what I do. So, let's I mean, it's gonna be impossible to get into her house without her knowing, right? We're heading for the circle on the other side. We're not heading to her house, right?
I thought we were heading to her house.
Oh, well.
Right. So what's the mission? Right.
To get the gem. Is the gem in her house or in the circle?
Right. So how was it described to you where the gem was or who had the gem?
I have no idea.
Right. It was basically Baba Lasaga has it.
Yeah.
So
it's in her
Right.
house for sure. All right. Okay. So we want to sneak in without getting the skeletons all riled up, or the scarecrows all riled up. That's going to be the impossible part.
Like I said, I mean, I have have a spell that will help us with our stealth, but
Yeah.
ultimately we're going to have to sneak into that village and approach her hut in the center of town.
Yep. Ultimately, that's pretty much what we're gonna have to do.
And if we can let the ravens out, I'm sure they'll help us.
Oh, that's true. They probably would help us if they know who we are.
Well, they seemed excited to see us, so
Well, that's
promising.
yes. All right then.
Which way do you want to take? What path? In.
Yikes almighty. We need to get to here. We can go this way around the top or the way around the bottom. All right, well,
Yeah.
okay. So I think we should take the around the top. And the reason I say this is because it's possible then that we will be closer when we tip off the... if we don't tip off this one here at the beginning, right? You go around this way, you'll be over here by the time they notice you. Versus over here. I don't know if that's better or not.
Think it through. I mean, don't rush.
Well, I mean, we'll have more cover if we come from this way, more areas for us to hide.
Oh, that's
But
a good point.
ultimately, there's always going to be at least two that we're going to hide from.
Sure, but we
more,
don't.
more. Yeah.
We don't want to set this guy off. That's the one we don't want to set off.
Well, I mean, we can sneak across the river here.
We don't. Yeah, we don't want to be that far away when she finds out we're here.
I suggest that we cross the river here and we go between these two set of buildings and use them for cover. In the southern part.
Okay. That's what we do then.
All right, go ahead and mark it out. Freehand.
Sure.
Please.
Oh gosh, I brought you and your Roger Rabbit.
Of course. It was an awesome movie.
It really was.
It was. Please, Eddie.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, you're gonna go up that way? Okay. Move your characters to the end of that mark. Go ahead. Use roll a stealth roll.
Plus 10. Plus 10. Stuff roll. Plus 10.
Plus 10.
Got a shift. And oh, I got a control. Cow. Natural
nat
1,
20.
baby.
A nat 20. So 34 for Zephyr. She's the wind behind.
I got a natural 1, but with my 10, it's 13. If that helps.
You got a 14 on your advantage.
I don't
you
have
only got-
advantage. I have
With
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Oh. Oh dear. 20. That's 20 for
Shaka,
Zephyr.
shaka, shaka.
And Nim.
Yeah,
roll
34
yet.
for me. That's a really good stealth for vanilla.
That is.
Unlike
Nice.
unlike Saturdays where I'm rolling like 150.
You're not even like a rogue.
I know I'm
Nim's
not a rogue.
Nim's got a 24.
Did we? Does it really
It's
matter?
hot.
Well, don't forget to add 10.
Right, so that's 34.
She's got 34
And-
too. She's rogue. I can't do time.
Hawk.
And my job.
He's not wearing anything that will give him disadvantage.
No, he's got like leather
think.
armor or something.
Third armor, right? Chain shirt, but that doesn't
Nope,
think
it's
that's
just
do
medium
medium.
anything.
advantage.
Okay. Here we go. Talk with +2. Oh, he threw a 19. With the +10, it's 29. Tarnak leading the way.
Shuck.
Comes out of the river, and because of the moss and everything, slips and falls, and you hear a crash of his armor. Clank, clank, clank. As you look up to see if anything moves, particularly towards the scarecrows, nothing looks your way. Nothing moves.
Woo!
Just like that minute of like horrific realization that we're with an idiot.
I'm not an idiot.
just for the moment.
I just take all the damage.
As Zephyr goes, pick your Tarnak up. You head to the edge of where you're right at the two ends where the two alleyway the houses rows were, and you're right there. In front of you see the scarecrow, but you don't see the ones on the other side. Well, they do actually. You just see the foundation of the building. So you see the scarecrow to the north, you see the scarecrow to the south, and the one right in front of you while you sit in these two alleyways. That you're a little closer now. You see the mansion with the forest or the overgrown garden and things of that nature, and the goats. You get a count. There are about 9 goats there. Goat pen. Out this way. Oops. Hang by. I mean to do that. I did it. How'd I get... Wait at. Right over here. And through the fog you see the empty shelf of an old stone church. North of which is a cemetery. Leaning gravestones enclosed by a disintegrating iron fence. Half of the cemetery has sunken into the mire. A little farther out, right about in this region, hidden by the fog, just enough for you to make out what it is. And elevated a few feet above the surrounding marsh is a raised plot of land, barely 10 feet wide. On the side, enclosed by the disintegrating iron fence, the center of a plot is a life-size stone monument, carved in the likeness of a kneeling pheasant girl clutching a rose. Although her features are gray and weather-worn, she bears a striking resemblance to Irina Kolana. Into the monument's base is an epitaph, little plaque, but too far to read.
That must be the lady that the city got flooded for.
Oh, it must be.
Okay. Trying to think what we can do. Which way are the scarecrows facing? Or are they just kind of looking like, are they animated or are they still?
They're still. This one's looking out that way. This one's looking out that way. One's kind of looking out that way. I'm on the right layer, right? Okay.
Yeah, you are.
And so forth, so forth. This one's looking out that way. Bad arrow, sorry. That way. Doing on my mouse, not my graphic pen.
Okay. I guess. Well, I guess it comes down to you, loud Tarnok. Do you want to go first or last?
Well, let's have me go last, I guess.
Okay. Then I guess I would say that Nim and I should probably go first.
Okay.
You guys should go, and then
Where
you
you
should come
heading?
back and assist me across.
I'll put her on my spot.
All right. And how are you heading?
I guess as straight of a line as possible. There's not really much to hide.
To the hut.
Yeah.
Roll stealth, please.
Keep your fingers crossed for me, everyone.
Yeah.
How big are the squares on this? Are they 5 feet?
Good question.
35.
This is one square is 100 feet actually.
100
What
feet.
squares?
It's a large area, man.
Okay, so I'll have to stay with you guys. Actually, we can't just run out. I have to stay with you, or else you won't have +10. So we're all just gonna have to go.
Okay.
So everyone roll stealth.
Roll stealth.
I gotta control
26 for
With
Zephyr.
16 plus the 10 she's carrying, so that's 26. Nim is gonna get a 21.
8.
21 plus 10, 31 for
18.
her.
18, actually.
18 for you.
Yeah, even with my disadvantage. It would have been 28, but it's only 18.
Big Dragonborn trying to move as quietly as possible.
Boosted
He rolls.
set on fire.
Ooh, he rolls a 2 with a +2 is 4, and add to 10 makes 14. All right. They're in. As you guys slowly make your way in a straight line, 100 feet, 200 feet, to a total of close to 250 feet in a straight line as possible. Tiptoeing. You hear the crows, the ravens are squawking louder and louder as their cages are moving in the wind. They're jumping in excitement. As you get closer. Closer. Right within 100 feet now. You see lights on the side of the hut. Approach from this house. New map, guys. New map.
Okay. So is it flat on the ground? Or is it raised up?
It's raised up. And there's a steps on the east.
Oh, I can't really see it because of the... Let me move myself just so I can see them. Okay.
And there's a giant skull floating. Let me read this again because it's kind of broken English here. An open doorway is visible on one side of the hut. Beneath which floats the upside down, hollowed out skull of a giant. So it's upside down. The skull is, and it floats.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do we think we can move that without getting found? We found it. We know that she rides that thing. If we can restrict her movement, it would be pretty advantageous if we could just move it away so it's harder for her to get.
Oh my gosh, I'm just thinking of like Bowser and the little
Yeah, that's what I was
floating
thinking
cloud
too.
car.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh. Okay.
But maybe not. It might be like a really bad idea.
Um. I don't know. I guess first things first, I want to investigate the cage that's holding the crows.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea. Get out some help.
The cage is being hanging off of kind of a, well, let's call it a tree branch run through the side of the house and come out the side. It's kind of hanging off there. And it has a lock on the chain. One on the door and the chain itself. As it's wrapped, you know what I mean? So the chain's wrapping the tree branch, locked, and the door is locked. And the ravens are I don't have the sound effect, but they're squawking. Very loud.
Shut up.
With that, they just get louder. Excited. Loud.
You're gonna give us all away and we'll all die. Shut the hell up. And, I just realized I've only painted the front hand.
So is there any way to like let them out? So there was a chain wrapped around it. Was there like a lock? Or is it just the chain?
There's a chain wrapped around a tree branch.
So there's
And
two locks.
it's locked, and in the door there's a lock there.
Two locks.
Let's take a quick 5-minute real quick. Let me hit the use the restroom real quick, and I'll let you discuss your strategies from that point.
It'll give me a chance to try to sneeze and cough whatever's happening right now out.
That's fair.
And I'm going to be entertaining. So I'm painting. I did some NMM stuff. You guys can't really see it here. Does anyone speak Raven? I wish. Let's see, let's put it over on. That's not helping.
Sorry, I'm not adding too much tonight, or
It's okay.
joining in too much, or very much at all.
Here we go. I didn't do any neon pink and green figures. What was that about? Did I miss something? Oops. So I got a little NMM in there. I'm working on bringing the robe part up now. did a little NMM silver and a little NMM copper. Is that what it looks like to you? It's interesting. At the very least. Okay, there's supposed to be way more highlight like right in here. That there's not. Oh, need so I'm having some issues with the amount of paint I have available for highlight. I also need a drink, but there's nobody else here to be entertaining, so that's just me.
I could pretend to be entertaining.
Well, that's useful.
I can't guarantee that I actually am, but I can pretend.
Mix in some bacon. Okay. I'm gonna go.
Your
grab a
brush
drink. I'll
does
be right
get some
back.
really good detail.
Hmm?
Your brush does get some really good detail.
Thanks. I really like it. Is that even like in focus? It looks like it could be more in focus. There you go.
I was like, yeah, it kind of is wavering in and out as you're moving it.
A little better. Need some water in my paint.
I'll tell, while you're gone, I'm going to tell jokes. That's what I do. See if I can find some.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'll put
Okay.
it back on the other screen.
Alright, you're all gonna have to live through all of my bad jokes. Okay, let's start. I went to a diving school, but I quit. I couldn't take pressure. Here you go. What do you call a lost wolf? Huh? What do you call a lost wolf? The answer? A werewolf. Boom. Drop the mic. Oh my, this one's actually a little mean. What do you call a girl with one leg longer than the other? Eileen. What color is the wind? It's blue. Is the wind blue?
How are the jokes coming?
Good. You missed all of them. That was
Good.
my last one. That's all I had.
That's fantastic.
You're
I
just
probably
glad
missed
to
out.
not have to hear them.
I guess I missed out.
I know you, I know your soul is a little sadder for having missed those.
So I've been using. I got a new paint last time I went out. It's Troll Claws.
Troll
like-
claws.
Yes. So it's like it's a off-white with like yellow in it. It's kind of like a super light flesh tone. Kind of. I've been using the crap out of it. It like
Right.
it's very nice for highlights. Like it mixes
Big
with-
Ed had some IRL stuff today boosted.
Yes.
Well, heck, I mean, as long as it's not an expensive one, heck yeah.
No. Not a bad paint. The paints are as long as it's not Citadel, it's pretty much
Yeah, there's like some like blues and reds that I hear that are quite expensive.
maybe. It depends on like that's like oil paints, I think.
I was gonna say that's oil paints, so I didn't know if it crossed over.
It doesn't really. The lines of paint that they use. I mean, there's people who definitely use oil paints. It's like actually like the big thing right now is everybody's like switching over to oil paints for minis.
Because it has
But
more like depth, I guess, thickness.
yeah, there's more like it's like got longer drying time, so you can do more blends, right? Like almost as soon as I'm done painting, by the time I like I'm gonna do this little bit of this guy's leg right now, right? And I'm gonna do this area over here and this area over here, and by the time I go back for more paint, this area is all dry. Whereas like you use oil paints and you're gonna be able to blend on it for like a couple of days. You'll be able to work those blends for a while.
I type with both hands, Old Dominion, and I still can't spell right, so you're okay. Yeah, I had a friend who went to art school too, and she became an art teacher, but her favorite medium to work in was oil paints, and when she would do one of her paintings, it was just like she could never sell it for as much as she paid for some of the paints.
That's ridiculous.
But she just did it for the fun of it.
So the thing is like you can sell all kinds of shit nowadays. Things nowadays are so different than how they used to be.
Yeah. Well,
when it comes to like being an artist, right? Like
yeah.
You put your stuff up online and you'll sell it eventually.
Yeah, I have one of my the friend that went to college. She has an Etsy now, and she doesn't she makes the oils and then has the prints for sale on Etsy. So she isn't selling the originals.
Right.
Like on Etsy, she does sell the original separately somewhere else.
Right. Like
I'm back.
Okay, I have one more bad dad joke now that Avalar's back.
Dad
There you
jokes. I
go.
love dad jokes.
I did a whole bunch of them while you were gone. A matter of fact, I'll retell one just for you. What do you call a missing wolf? A werewolf. There you go.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, here's one for you real fast. When I was a kid, my mother told me I could be anyone I wanted to be, but it turns out identity theft is a crime.
Yes. Elevator jokes are the best. They work on so many levels. All right.
No.
Yes. I got him. Up my
I got
sleeve.
hit. I got hit by a rental truck. It hurts.
Oh man. And I'll give you one more. What color is the wind?
Oh, I already did that when it's blue.
Oh, shucks. Oh, all right.
I
You're
win.
gonna fault. So how's everyone out in Twitchiverse there? Sorry, it's kind of a weird night for us. I got one's got sick and a couple other things.
I'm here.
And Nim's a little tired too. She's got to get up. Told me she has to get up early in the morning for some overtime tomorrow. It was kind of an off night for us. We're trying to get through this very tippy-toe, eerie environment of the ruins of Berez. We're now on the south side of the hut.
All right. Well. I guess. Should we look inside? See if she's even here? I mean, her skull's here. I assume she's here.
yes. I would assume she's here as well, but oops. She's gonna be inside. There's like no way around it. Let's let the birds out. There's 2 locks on the birds' cages. Let's have Nim try and unlock them.
Okay.
He has to climb up the trunk. Right.
Okay. Right on up there, Nim.
I love how she's not here and we're forcing her to do things that I don't know if she would necessarily do.
She's the rogue. It's not like I'm gonna go up there and be able to unlock it.
I know.
Alright, she's going ahead up.
Sleight of hand and no boots. I have no idea how to use the boots.
Alright, so she's gonna slowly crawl up. I'm gonna honor the stealth roll that she did before. Lock. Character gets up there. The birds are squawking really loud, getting excited as she's getting to the door, and they're looking like they'll try to push through as soon as that door comes open. Sleight of hand. Rolled an 8. Fortunately, she breaks her lockpick.
8.
That's no good.
Fine. I guess you fuckers stay in there.
And then pulls out the wand of detect magic and casts it on it. And she figures out that it is being protected by an arcane locked spell. Or is a knock spell to open.
Oh, well then, she's fucked.
I don't
Come on
have
down.
knock.
Yeah, no.
We don't have any. We don't have any like wizards.
Wizards. Come on out.
It can also require a high strength or a high successful thieves tool, which she didn't make. And the consequences with that spell, it breaks the lock. It breaks the pick.
Got it.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
It's the best
As she
thing I've ever
shimmies on back down and rejoins the group.
heard.
I'm looking to see if I have anything good. I don't think I do.
What? You don't?
No.
No. Well. Do we have to? Do we want to unlock those guys, or just continue on?
I mean, we tried our best. We can try. I mean, who's stronger between you and Tarnok? Or I mean, Talk.
I have a +3.
What is Talk's strength, Avalar?
Let's see. He's got an 18.
So he's got a +4.
+4, yes.
Better than me.
I guess we can ask him and see if he can go up there and break it with his hands.
It's X.
I can swing my axe, but it will create a tremendous amount of noise.
Oh.
Okay, then I guess we're
Let's just go in
just
without
gonna
him.
have. Yeah, we're just gonna have to leave him for now.
See it, boost.
Later, boosted.
My boo's dead.
Well.
But I'll tell you what, I'll talk to you in private later on.
Yeah. Let's
I guess let's
go.
sneak up to the door and peek in.
Well, okay. So what is our plan when we peek in? Are we just gonna rush it? We should probably rush it if you want to get an attack in on her. If you go in,
Well, no,
she's a chance.
I
She's gonna
said I
attack
was.
first.
Let's peek. Let's just look around the corner and see if she's even in there. She might be out here, like, waiting to ambush us when we go inside.
Oh, nice. Yeah, good.
She could have some, like, I don't know, invisibility spell, and she's just sitting here watching us act like idiots.
Divine sense. If that'll help me.
Remind me what that does again.
Good, evil, celestial, fiend, undead.
Aw, boosted, redeemed, bless for us.
Oh, yay.
Oh, thanks, Boost. And everybody
Thanks,
got
Boosted.
blessed. Which I gotta go look that up again. Top of my head, I don't remember.
It's a D4 on attacks and saving throws for 1 minute.
There you go. Start the timer when the battle occurs. You got it. Mark
1
that
minute.
down in
That's
the
10
notes.
rounds.
Make that down in the notes.
That's good. That saves me from having to do that. That's like saves me a whole spell slot. Thank you.
So that's within 60 feet.
Well, it's like 3 people.
Well, what's your distance is 50 feet, right?
Oh, what is my bless spell distance?
Oh, no, he's talking about your other spell.
Oh yeah, 60
Or
feet. Yeah, you're right. 60 feet.
Check one thing. And yes, you are picking up the sense of 4 evil things within the vicinity of 60.
What I think that one of them is how many of them are scarecrows? Do I think?
The scarecrows are out of your range.
Okay, then.
If you hold true
Well,
to
then
the
that scares the
block,
shit out of me.
That's 4 things right here.
Yeah, within 60 feet.
Yep, because each block on the map is 100 foot.
You're
Scarecrows are out of that range.
Yep.
So just around the hut.
Is it coming from the crows or the ravens?
The way that spell works, it doesn't give you direction, if I remember
You're right.
correctly.
It doesn't.
I didn't know if that one. I know mine doesn't. Mine's a little bit different.
Yes.
What was the spell?
You're a tracker.
What was the spell?
Divine sense. So he's picking up 5 or 4 evil things.
Yeah, which is kind of scary. All in all.
Can I cast see invisibility?
Sure.
Do I have to
And you
roll?
see no. I think it just happens. Wait a minute. But to save time, you see nothing of invisibility. Of anything
Sure.
invisible.
You can see into the ethereal plane. So nothing ethereal then.
Nothing.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'm gonna sneak up and peek in the front door.
Stealth, please.
17.
17? Okay.
Yes.
As you peek around, with the floating skull to your right, come up the steps a little bit on top of the roots, get into the edge where the the entrance is. As you look in, the hut inside is roughly about a 15 feet by 15 feet and packed with old furniture, including a wooden cot. Just for giggles, just so you can see, I'll move your token just in just a little bit because of the dynamic lighting. Including a wooden cot, a wicker cabinet, a slender wardrobe, a wooden table, a stool, a barrel-top wooden chest reinforced with brass bands, and an iron tub stained with blood. In the middle of the room is a ghastly wooden crib with a small, angelic child sitting in it. All the furnishings except for the crib are bolted to the floor. Beneath the crib, green light seeps up through cracks between the rotten floorboards. And draped over this crib, an angelic child who is whimpering with a slight coo, not necessarily a cry.
Did
woman.
this feel very deja vu-y?
It's an old woman with soiled robes draped over. Who doesn't seem to notice you. And here is your handout for the woman that you see.
I don't want it. She's scary. Scary.
Got a long fingers with long fingernails are wrapping the baby. Not saying too much. More word.
I'm going to sneak away. Back to the group.
Start sneaking away and turn around. You hear her whisper to the child, "Sleep, Strahd, my baby child. Sleep. Sleep, Strahd. You'll be fine."
What'd you see?
The group.
Well, she's definitely in there. You didn't happen to sense any good, just evil?
Only evil.
Okay, then there's an evil baby in there, probably.
Baby?
Yeah, baby. I mean, it's potential that it's an evil baby. And she was like fussing over it, and she said, "Sleep, Strahd, my baby child, sleep."
There's a baby Strahd in there.
Did it look like Strahd? Did it have like black hair?
Mm-hmm.
Very pale, pale skin.
Yep.
I mean, potentially.
Maybe a...
From a grown man to a baby, but yeah, it has the features that Strahd has, if you will.
But more importantly, on top of all of that, there was a glowing coming from below the floor. A green glow.
A green
That's under the
glow?
crib.
So I think the stone is in the floorboards of the house.
In the floorboards? Can we... Oh. Is there room under the tree? Under the house? Or does it, like, do these roots hold the house up and there's room underneath it? Or is it, like, part of the ground?
No, the roots are holding the house up, and it's tree underneath the house, like kind of a grasping hand.
Okay.
Roots like a spider.
What I was wondering is, could we go underneath of it and chop upwards?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you can. You can. But let's take the handout. I'll show it again so you can put it side by side with the. This is kind of the house sitting on top of roots. It'll,
Oh,
in
yeah.
essence, it'll take you a long time to try to chop through that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That should have popped up back up to you, I think. But
Yeah, it did. It did. I see.
Did.
I have it kind of moved over.
Mhm.
So unfortunately, we'll have to go through the house to get there, but the stone is here.
We should just rush her then. There's no way we're gonna get out of a fight with her.
Unless we can draw her out of the house.
Alright, hold on. Let me see what I got.
Yeah, let me see what I got.
Alright, so I have Thaumaturgy.
I have dancing lights,
I have Command,
but I'd have to drop the
but I doubt my command's gonna work on her.
I'd have to drop pass without a trace to do the lights.
Are you trying to create a distraction?
Seeing if there's a way we can draw her out of the house. I don't know so much as like a distraction for her to attack, just so much just to draw her out.
Well, I have a chromatic orb.
I don't know, but
Everything I have, I'd have to drop my
Okay.
my spell, and I
What'd you
don't want to do that.
what'd you decide?
We haven't. She has chromatic orb that she can use. I can't use anything without dropping my pass without a trace. And you can make it stink.
Well, you can use non-concentration spells.
I don't have any non-concentration spells that would distract though, unless throwing good berries at her is going to do any good.
Oh,
I do have
it's
dancing
not. I
lights. Dancing lights.
Yeah. That's 120 feet for dancing lights. Do you have it as a cantrip?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean that's an option for sure. At least it's 120 feet. We can try to sneak in quickly and get it and get out. I need to sneeze again. Excuse me.
Mhm.
I'm back again.
Welcome back.
Like just before bedtime, so he's got all the
Yeah, I get
questions
it.
for me.
I get it, man. Kitties are good. No problems. I understand it.
Well, I could Thaumaturgy
we're-
something. Yell at her.
I don't know. You
what-
guys can use a combination of thaumaturgy and dancing lights, and try to pull her out of the house long enough for us to at least rush in. It's up to you.
Idea just came. I could throw a chromatic orb at the crows over top of throw it over top of the house and see if
So-
any of it releases the birds.
I don't.
They're being held by a magical lock.
So okay, so our hope is we yell at her. She comes outside. She goes towards something.
Yeah. We rush in behind her,
Grab the gem.
br-
Run out.
break up the floor, grab the gen and run out.
Before she comes back and kills us all.
Attempt, yeah.
If she attacks, she will get the first hit.
I mean, if you want to attack her in her nest, then we can do that.
The
But
whole
she's
thing's
also
her
in a
nest.
protective
She's got
area, isn't she?
scarecrows out 500 feet from here.
She's in a protective area, isn't she?
What do you mean?
I thought the tree, there was a ring of stones around it.
No, that was on the other side of the river.
All right, side of the river. Yeah, that protection is for anybody that's standing in there against those certain types of magic.
I mean,
Yeah, that protects you against any kind of divination type magic.
Divination.
yeah.
Professor Trelawney, she won't be able to see you.
Meh.
All right. Let's All right. Which do you think has the better chance?
I mean, if you want, you can throw a voice inside of the hut and have her at least turn her back to us.
But one of us, which probably is me,
Would we know?
gotta
Is
run
she
in
considered
there,
a humanoid?
grab it, and run out.
I don't know if a hag is considered a humanoid. We can look it up in the book.
Now
I mean, I can
have
only-
discovery spell.
That's an interesting question from the Zephyr's past knowledge versus what you just saw, the person that you saw in front of you. It is and appears to be humanoid. Yes. And to answer that general question overall, as with the hag, yeah, they're considered humanoids.
Are they? They aren't considered fae?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, they're not fae. Okay. So you think we have a better shot if we call her out and throw her away and try to get
I'll
in
let
there?
you guys decide. I'll back whatever you decide. Oh, I need to take a break from talking for a minute.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nim,
Yeah.
which one do you think is a better idea? I don't think she's gonna run away. I don't think she's gonna leave the house.
Zephyr was the one that was able to see the floor. I don't know, or how to determine like how the thickness of the floor or whatnot. How easy you'll be able to get to the gem. Let alone where it's at underneath.
We could
the
try talking to her. +7 persuasion, +7 intimidation, +4 deception. I'm a pretty smooth talker.
Yeah, I have higher numbers. I have no idea what the first thing to say.
Okay, part of me just wants to smack Tarnok on the butt and say, "Go get him, Tiger."
Well, I think we should all go together in case it goes down. Then I'm not just standing up there getting just swatted in the face all by myself.
You know, you have higher numbers. I only have deception. Deception is 6. And perception is 6.
Remind me of a movie quote there. Go get him, Ray.
Alright, so you do have better numbers than me. I thought I had better. Oh well. I had better acrobat, so I guess I would be the one to run in and run out.
Yeah, I'm a smooth talker. It's like my whole build.
I'll tell you what, it's getting close to 8:30. I know Corky's sick, and I know Nim's gotta get up early in the morning. And this has been we've been dragging this on for quite a while with the tension. So let's leave it here. I'll let you guys take the week to think about the strategy with a better, clearer head. because what's going to happen afterwards is going to spawn possibly a long session within itself. So I think it's best to go ahead and stop here and let you leave it that day. You are outside this hut contemplating how you're going to proceed going forward.
Oh, good.
And we'll end it there.
Alrighty.
So we'll definitely get back to this next Friday, and we'll get to see Baba Lasaga and all the neat things with that. I think it's best to do it here.
Bits?
Thank you for the 5 bits. Thank you. And again, guys, I know some of us are kind of out of it tonight. Again, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. We were kind of late ourselves, me and them, to the session. And of course, Corgi is sick, and she's got a lot of stuff going on. So it's been kind of rocky these past weeks. So bear with us. We'll get back to our regular dutiful selves. Of course, Eddie's not here as well because he has some stuff going on. So it's been rough. It's been rough for a couple weeks. We're trying to get sessions consistent and keep it there. But we'll get back to it. I know it definitely for sure after October. So we'll get back hopefully next week to get into this this session with Baby Lasaga, and we'll have another week off, unfortunately, because of my shutdown, my overtime. Then we can get back to our maybe some more content coming in October and stuff like that. So.
Well, 20 Sides is streaming the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Ooh, that sounds good. Carrying 3. It's up to you guys if you want to follow for 20 Sides. We beat them up pretty heavily. They're a good community member, and Shokan or Odominion. That's another good folks to get involved with. But yeah. So with that, guys, have a great weekend. I will see you again maybe Tuesday with our upcoming 13th Doll stream, maybe. And definitely will see you on Wednesday. Knock on wood. I'm going to try to get at least this week's out. So everybody have a good weekend.
Good night.
Good night.